you don't need to know about it. Just stuff to record and stuff. So today we're gonna be reacting to a girl that is addicted to eating burnt sausages.
Burned sausages.
I don't know how you guys say it, but I say it burnt sausages.
Burned.
It's from
sausages.
Only Human, so all this this video belongs to Only Human or whoever. So all the credit goes to Only Human, but I'm just gonna make the video.
And guys, before you start, tell me what to do. So I'm playing Fortnite right now. Fortnite Mares, Battle Lab, or Creative. Tell me. Or Party Royale. Okay, bye. I'm doing Party Royale.
She's in Party Royale. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Nat Holland is a 19-year-old from Manchester with a dream. She longs to open a restaurant serving traditional pub grub.
Yeah.
I love to cook. I adore cooking. I'd love to be a chef and like work in a big restaurant in a big hotel somewhere.
The passion Natalie has for cooking, it's as good as that Gordon Ramsay as far as I'm concerned. The way she appreciates food.
Yum.
The only problem for aspiring chef Nat is that she can't eat any of her culinary creations.
What?
She'll say, you know, oh, that looks lovely and it smells gorgeous. She just won't taste it. And it's weird.
There's only one food that Nat can bear to eat, and that's burnt sausage.
Dangerous job burning sausage. I don't know why I like burnt sausage. I think it stems down to the fact that I know it's cooked. Every time I have sausages, I like that. I wouldn't have them any less done.
I mean, I like things well done, but not burnt. I mean, it must have an horrible taste. Yet, she seems to thrive on them. She just likes them.
This is so weird.
The truth is,
right?
Nat's a sausage junkie, addicted to the cheapest sausages around. The only other food she can eat is instant mash, baked beans, chips, and bread, but only by adding a generous portion of her beloved sausages, creating culinary masterpieces in the process.
It's nice like to have Sunday lunch. I have my sausage.
Guys, never try this at home. This could be pretty sick. This could be pretty bad for you to eat anything burnt.
Yes. Can be. Listen to him.
Yes. And, don't take advice. Eat your vegetables and be healthy.
Or else.
Or else you'll find this spider literally crawling. Sorry, I paused. Literally crawling on your face. It's gonna be crawling on your face, okay? So, better like.
Sausage mash and Yorkshire pud because it's similar. It looks similar. Same with pizza. I make my own pizza. People have like bacon and egg butties for breakfast. I'll have my sausage butty, so I look quite similar. Same with the potato bake and sausage chips and beans. I can't justify that. I just like it.
One person who is struggling to come to terms with Nat's highly processed and unusual diet is boyfriend Darren.
Basically, it's not a healthy diet at all. No vegetables, no fruit or anything like that. It's basically all the worst food you could eat is what Natalie eats.
Bread,
Even
sausage,
the thought
and beans.
of putting new foods in her mouth is enough to put her into a panic.
If you give her some food, she won't put it in her mouth like most people will. She'll actually put it near her nose, sniff it, lick it, and then decide what it's like. You can't really taste food like that.
What happened? I'm chewing Mentos gum and I just bit my lip.
Oh.
Actually, no, I bit my tongue. It's like I'm chewing Mentos and I just bit it so hard. It felt like it's gonna bleed.
Don't like that.
It's a bit like watching a monkey food, to be honest, picking things up and sniffing it and playing with it. I don't know. I've never seen anyone eat like that.
I always say to her, can't you just try it? And she says, Mum, I can't. And it does frustrate me because I think, well, why can't you?
I know it's normal for other people to eat, it's just that easy, but it's not for me. I think it's just panic. But it's pathetic, really, because how can you panic over eating food? You panic over someone holding a gun to your head or something, you know, something serious. You don't panic over a plate of lettuce and cucumber.
Pick it up, place it over the cheese, and as you can see, we have the cheese inside the hula hoop.
Cornstarch is my best friend. This is such a good one. By the way, all these are by Only Human. Make sure you like to them. Make sure you subscribe to them. You know what? Give them a like.
A freaky eater is someone who takes
I really wanted to be the 800th like.
34-year-old Nikki has a hardcore obsession with cornstarch.
Cornstarch is my best friend.
Daily, she downs 2 pounds of cornstarch.
Ew!
I cannot stop eating it.
And lies to her husband about the extent of her dangerous addiction.
But you're not gonna let him know, right?
Can experts Dr. Mike Dow and JJ Virgin
No, I'll give someone else the opportunity to get that.
end Nikki's destructive diet
I don't want to lose my family.
with just 1 week of intense therapy?
You're choosing cornstarch over your family.
Or will their efforts go up in smoke?
Nikki, addicted to cornstarch.
My wife, Nikki, is a freaky eater.
34-year-old Nikki loves to eat cornstarch all day long.
That's disgusting. Cornstarch is not even
Cornstarch
food.
is
It's supposed to
soft,
be
it's
a
very
thickener.
fine. It is so good. I cannot stop eating it.
She eats up to 2 pounds of cornstarch a day.
Ew.
That's 3,300 calories daily from cornstarch alone.
Cornstarch is normally used for thickening, baking.
There's that
But me
dancing
personally, when I buy it, it's strictly for eating it. My mouth always waters for it. It is the best. My first craving for the cornstarch started when I was pregnant 16 years ago. Most women, when they're pregnant, they normally crave like pickles and ice cream, things like that. But my craving was cornstarch. And I would eat 2 to 3 boxes a day.
After the pregnancy, Nikki struggled to eat less cornstarch. But then a family tragedy brought back her habit in full force.
My son, Marquise, he was 4 years old. He was my youngest of 4 children. He passed away 4 years ago due to a seizure. They couldn't resuscitate him. Marquise was my life. I miss my baby. Since Marquise has been gone, I did start eating cornstarch more than I normally was. It is an escape for me. I have had health issues, stomach pain, and constipation.
She's really hurting herself with this cornstarch. Right now, I think Nikki's
It's
eating
funny how
3
they slow-mo them eating something.
to 4 boxes.
Like
She's really hurting
Look,
herself
look.
with this cornstarch. Right now, I think
Yeah.
Nikki's eating
Look at
3 to 4. She's really hurting herself with this cornstarch. Right now, I think Nikki's
funny how they
eating
slow
3
down.
to 4 boxes a week. Hey, honey, I'm home.
Other than snacking on cornstarch throughout the day, Nikki only eats 1 normal meal, dinner, with her husband Charles. As a result, he doesn't realize she's actually consuming 14 boxes a week.
Let me get the Louisiana hot sauce, okay? I hide cornstarch from Charles. I keep my cornstarch in sealed plastic bags all throughout the house. I keep it in my car, underneath the spare tire. I keep it in my purse. Charles would be so unhappy if he knew how much cornstarch I ate right now.
Nikki eating cornstarch has caused friction between the two of us. I told her, either you get help or I'm out the door.
But Nikki can't imagine life without cornstarch.
Cornstarch is my best friend. I don't think I can stop eating cornstarch anytime at all.
Doesn't even taste good. Yeah. No, it doesn't. It's just white cornstarch. Do you know why she has a lot of constipation? 2 reasons. First of all, it's a thickener. And do you know oobleck? It's when you put water and cornstarch together. And what? No. What oobleck is that if you punch it hard, it just stays a solid. But if you slowly put your hands in, so it's a solid and a liquid. So it's a liquid if you don't touch it. But if you hit it hard with your hand, it's a solid. And that's why it's not good for her, because it's probably moving. Yeah. Oh, sorry guys. I'm back. Sorry about that.
Even though Charles isn't aware of the extent of his wife's addiction, what he
Everyone
does know
says,
is
"All
led
these
him to
girls
call
like
in
me."
freaky eater experts, Dr. Mike Dow
Yeah,
and
they do.
JJ Virgin, for a week of intense therapy.
I got girlfriends. Who cares if I'm too young?
Oh, hi there.
What you got there? Whoa!
You rolly.
Nothing?
It's like smoke
Hold on.
everywhere.
Nothing? I didn't know who these two people were, and I just felt busted.
We were sent by your husband, Charles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Dr. Mike Down. I'm a psychotherapist specializing in disordered eating and addictive behaviors.
Nice to meet you.
You
Nice
look
to
a little
meet you.
surprised to
Hi,
see
I'm
us.
JJ. I'm JJ Virgin. I'm a certified nutrition specialist and a certified health and fitness specialist. Yeah, why are you in the back of your truck eating cornstarch?
My husband does not like for me to eat it. He is threatened if I didn't stop eating the cornstarch that my family would be torn apart. And I don't want that.
Yep.
So then why didn't you just stop?
I can't.
Nikki's cornstarch addiction
yes,
is
you can.
dramatically affecting her marriage.
Right.
I just like have to sneak. I eat it at work. I have some hidden in my flower pots.
Will you show us this?
Sure.
All right.
But you're not gonna let him know, right?
No, none of the information will come from us to your husband. JJ and I wanted to see exactly where and how many places she had this cornstarch hidden.
One is in the closet in my jacket.
Nikki had cornstarch stashes literally all over the house. In the entry,
There's one.
in the living room,
Right here.
in the kitchen.
Wow. It's like heroin stashed.
Do you know why that's really bad? That she stashes them in white bags and stuff?
Oh, it
Because-
looks like heroin.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, it looks like drugs.
Exactly. That's literally about to say. Because drugs are in white. It's
white,
white
yeah.
powder.
Like cocaine.
I don't exactly know that much, because I just don't know that much about them. But I know they're in white plastic bags, and that's what it looks like. So maybe once she could actually get arrested, right?
Mhm.
I mean, no, but they might taste it and think, wait, that's cornstarch. So it's really dangerous to do that. And plus, you shouldn't be eating bags of cornstarch. Cornstarch is my best friend.
Did you hear that? There's a girl that eats cornstarch.
I've seen her.
And she'd rather eat cornstarch than be with her husband. Because he said choose either you get help or
Oh, it's an addiction.
Well, she's gonna get help. She already got help.
Yeah, it's an addiction.
But do you know why that's really bad?
Why?
Not just because what it does to you, it kind of looks like drugs too.
Yeah, like cocaine.
Looks like it, but that doesn't mean
It is.
it's bad, yeah.
I know, but
I mean, it is bad, but, I mean, just because something looks like drugs.
remember Oobleck?
Yeah.
That's kind of what happens in her body.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why she has a lot of constipation.
we use it as food.
It's a thickener.
Yeah.
It's not even food. You know what happened? So, she said that like a lot of moms when they're in their pregnancy, they crave really weird things.
Oh, so she craved it when she was pregnant?
How come?
Your body, like, the chemicals in your body just change.
Oh, so like some people can crave ice cream with pickles.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
Leo, just so you know, your mom's coming around too.
Okay.
It's
What
like
time is it?
1:45 now.
15 minutes.
15 minutes? Oh my god, sorry.
So you
Pause.
can change now, so you're ready when she comes, or change later, whatever you want.
I'm so
With her
sorry.
16 years of cornstarch consumption, Nikki's at risk for some serious health issues. I would imagine that you would have stomach
Can you
pains,
stay a little
gas and
longer?
bloating. How often are you having bowel movements?
Maybe once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Eating this amount of cornstarch could create a bowel obstruction. This could already be going on. You're choosing cornstarch over your family. You're
Well, I don't
choosing
think
it.
I am.
But your husband said that he would take the kids and leave.
You're not gonna tell him that I hid them, though, right?
You are going to be the one doing the talking here.
I have to tell him.
It's vital for Nikki to come clean to Charles. When it comes to addiction, the first step is being honest not only with yourself, but to those you love. How are you feeling right now?
It's sad. I don't want to lose my family, and I do want to be healthy.
Nikki's obviously addicted to cornstarch. This is going to be a big challenge.
Nikki eats a frightening amount of cornstarch, devouring up to 2 boxes a day and hiding the evidence from her husband, Charles.
I don't think I can stop eating cornstarch.
It's time for a hefty dose of shock therapy so Nikki can come to terms with what cornstarch is doing in her life. You would not want to do the things we're about to do with you in your house.
We set up such a huge shock therapy for Nikki that we actually had to go to a warehouse
Alexa, stop.
to do it.
Wait till you see this. JJ and I pulled the cover off this pool to reveal the amount of cornstarch mixed with water that Nikki eats in a year. This is 1.5 feet deep.
This here is 739 pounds of cornstarch.
I was really shocked. This was so much in a year's worth. This isn't good for me.
What do you think's gonna happen if I walk on this?
Sink.
No, you won't.
Wow. If you walk fast, you can walk right across it. Walk on water, JJ. Look at that. Then it was Nikki's turn. We wanted her to have the experience so she could feel the consistency.
Is she the one made the cornstarch?
Yeah.
Oh. I was fearful of sinking all the way to the bottom.
Faster the better. Fast, fast, fast. Go, go, go. Walk, 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 walk.
Oh my gosh.
And there go the shoes. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Look at that.
For 16 years, Nikki's body's had to process this thick, gooey, cement-like substance.
You can actually walk across it.
If Nikki continues eating cornstarch in the amounts that she is eating it, a blockage and surgery could be in her future.
That's crazy. I was thinking, this is what I have been consuming in my body. I was really, really worried, but I was trying not to show that.
We got one last thing to show you.
Come over here.
I was like, oh my gosh, what are they gonna do to me next?
You gotta put some hazard clothing on. Are you ready to see and experience what 6 months of your cornstarch looks and feels like?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What?
Whoa, whoa.
It looked like a volcano had erupted. 6 months. I was speechless of how much cornstarch was in that warehouse.
Now that you've seen it, now that you've walked across it, inhaled it, what do you want to do with this in your life?
I want to give it up.
All right. I think Nikki's overall reaction is one of acceptance, of saying, yes, I do have a problem. A cornstarch snow angel here? You can walk across it, but it's not good for eating.
The experiment in the warehouse was a wake-up call for me.
Have a seat.
Now that Nikki realizes the extent of her problem, Dr. Dow wants her to confront the moment she's been dreading from the start.
Nikki needs to come clean to Charles about her addiction to cornstarch. I invite you to tell him what you feel comfortable.
I might as well be honest. I have been eating more cornstarch than you thought. Sometimes 2 boxes a day.
2 boxes. That was shocking to me right there.
Yeah, she just emailed Nadia.
I had a lot of hiding places, like in the trunk of the car, in the closet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this really done got out of control. I didn't know that Nikki was hiding that much cornstarch from me. I was very upset about that.
You were dealing with so much pain. Do you miss Marquise?
Oh, yes, definitely. It's hard. You know, I go through it on a daily basis. I try not to show it, though, you know.
When Marquise passed away, what did you see in terms of your cornstarch consumption?
What I did when Marquise passed, I ate it a lot more, like 3 boxes a day.
It is an emotional addiction. You eat because you're not expressing your feelings. What Nikki was really needing was support and somewhere to go with her sadness. I don't want her to go to cornstarch. I want her to go to her husband. If we take away cornstarch, we got to add something. And what we need to add is the strength of this marriage is you being able to go to your husband.
When you're hurting, I'm hurting too as well. You have to let me know. You have to be open to me as well.
From now on, my word is my bond.
If Charles can be there to support her, then Nikki can replace that addictive behavior with affection from her husband.
Nikki has confronted the 739 pounds of cornstarch she eats in a year. and has come clean to her husband.
From now on, my word is my bond.
Now, Dr. Dow and JJ want to see what 16 years of a cornstarch diet have done to Nikki's body.
Hi. Nikki, this is Dr. Allegra.
Nice to meet you, Nikki.
Because Nikki complains of severe stomach pains and has only one bowel movement a week, we needed a doctor to rule out any potential intestinal blockage. Dr. Allegra is a radiologist, so he's going to be able to look inside to see what's going on.
I'm like, okay, I hope nothing is going to be wrong.
We're getting a great look at your stomach. Hold it there. What I'm going to do is have you drinking through a straw.
Dr. Allegra gives Nikki barium to drink, which will show up on the x-ray machine and reveal any blockage.
One sip, one swallow. There you go.
I started to get very worried. Right now, I'm really concerned. I don't know what may be wrong with me.
How are you feeling?
It's scary. It has me really nervous. And I don't want to go through this.
No, because this is the easy part. What's scary is if they found a blockage and then you would have to have surgery, right? And it's a really very real consequence of your behavior.
Now she's really starting to realize that if she does not change her behavior, there can be some very serious medical consequences in her future.
Have a seat.
We took her to see Dr. Nicholas Karyotakis to review the results.
Starch is basically carbohydrate. In those quantities, it's hard to digest. You may develop diabetes. It is a real risk. So the good news is that the x-rays that you took were normal. That means that the fluid that you ingested goes through your food pipe and the rest of your intestinal tract without any blockage.
Okay. There was a sense of relief, but I know that it can cause damage if I was to continue to eat cornstarch.
Now it's the time to act.
Sounds like the message here is it's not too late.
Exactly.
I felt that cornstarch was no longer my friend. I need to stop eating cornstarch. I'm done.
And now you say it's completely gone.
Because I have to.
Because you recognize that your health is at serious risk.
Yeah.
You never want to do that again? Well, and you don't have to.
Sounds like you're making a big first step.
Nikki got through her medical scare, and now she's ready to make a change. So I'm going to give her some tools so she'll know how to eat. I'm going to show Nikki some healthy eating options and give her a good substitute for cornstarch. I wanted to put foods at this table that had as many potential benefits for you as possible. I wanted to load her up with foods that are rich in zinc, protein, iron, all things that she hasn't been getting any of. You have to eat 3 meals a day, so you're too full to eat your cornstarch.
I normally eat 1 meal a day and cornstarch throughout the day, so this is a big change for me.
But I know that I can't just pull out the cornstarch, so I'm going to give you some strategies. I recognize that Nikki's going to have a craving for cornstarch for a while, and I think capering is going to serve her better. We made a healthy rendition of her cornstarch by adding protein powder and fiber powder into it. I want you just to taste it.
Okay.
Doesn't look like you're really liking that so much.
I don't.
Let's see if we can cut it a little bit more. I added a little more cornstarch.
That's better.
So we're going to wean you off cornstarch. I want to make sure that you succeed here. You know what's at stake.
Yes, I do. I think it's going to take me some time to wean me off of cornstarch. Thank you.
You are welcome. It's time for us to leave Nikki for 4 days, and we have some homework for her.
I want you to both write a letter to Marquise. The whole I'm going to deal with things by eating cornstarch, that's not working anymore. Honoring your son is going to be an important part of your emotional journey.
You must eat 3 meals a day. The stakes are high here.
We're going to be leaving with the tools, and we're going to be back to check on you.
Thank
All
you.
right? Good work.
Nikki is used to going to cornstarch for support and for solace. So if something stressful happens, Nikki might fall back to her old patterns. We'll see when we come back.
Having received good news with her test results and given alternative choices to cornstarch,
That's better.
Nikki is now on her own.
Got one of your favorites, right?
Ooh, was kind of hard the first day, eating 3 meals a day, but I know that that's what I need.
By day 3, Nikki's urges to eat cornstarch are growing stronger.
I have cravings for cornstarch every day. But when I do have the urge for cornstarch, I just go to my mixture with the protein and fiber. Too bad. I can see myself weaning myself away from the cornstarch totally.
On day 4, Nikki and Charles sit down to write letters to their son, Marquise.
Writing a letter to Marquise was very, very emotional. I was able to get things off of my chest. A lot of things I was holding in, a lot of pain. It's something that I should have done a while ago.
Nikki's been on her own for a few days, so JJ and I are coming back to see how she's done.
How did the homework go?
I have been eating my 3 meals a day.
Okay, so what about that cornstarch mixture?
I only had 2 bites of it.
That's huge, Nikki, yeah.
If Nikki was able to last these last couple days with only a few tablespoons of cornstarch, I think she's going to do really well in the long haul.
Did you guys write those letters to your son, Marquise?
Yes, we did.
It was hard, but I feel that it was very well needed.
Now we have one more final surprise for Nikki and Charles. Now we want to take you somewhere really special.
Okay.
Take her to a lake and she's gonna dump
We took Nikki and Charles to a marina for their special surprise. What better place in the ocean to really be in touch with your feelings? Peek over your shoulder there? That's for you.
Oh my God. I was so surprised.
All right, let's get on.
Ready? JJ and I were going to be joining them on their afternoon cruise.
The biggest thing that you let go of over the last couple days is this craving for cornstarch. He thought it would be very symbolic if you actually let the cornstarch go into the water for good. This was Nikki's final test. Is she really ready to let it go for good?
Where's the food?
Leaving the cornstarch behind me, it's healthy for me, and I know that that's what I need.
What do you want to say to that cornstarch?
Healthier things, my family, is way more important than the cornstarch.
You don't need that no more.
No, I don't.
I had you both write letters to Marquise. We would love to hear you both read your letters.
To my dearest beloved son, I miss you, son, so much, and I love you with all my heart. You will always be remembered for the rest of my life.
I have been getting help with eating cornstarch, son. I pray that it helps. I am willing to give it up because I do want to live long. Know that I love you and always will from the bottom to the top of my heart and soul. I love you, son. Love, Mama. It was very emotional, and those were extra tears that I needed to release. Thank you.
Before we left them, I wanted Nikki to do something with those letters. You read your letters to Marquise, and now it's time to send them. We had Nikki and Charles tie their heartfelt letters to the balloons, and then they released them together.
Ready? All right. Off and away it goes, huh?
Yes.
It was like a letter going to heaven.
Still going.
This is something that will help them to heal. You got each other, you got your family.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of replacements for that cornstarch. Let that go.
It's been a long journey, but I
Okay
have.
guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. And I will see you later. Bye!